Well, some very unfortunate, depressing news, really. I've just learned that G Animation Studios has basically received a cease and desist order from Hasbro. Now, if you don't know who they are, I'd say that they probably had some of the best animations in the Brony fandom. And I have to say, it's such a shame seeing all that hard work basically being pulled. But I agree completely with them in the decision that they've taken, and I know it must be such a kick in the balls to them, but at this moment in time, I'm just like, Hasbro, what the hell are you doing? One of the reasons, ironically, why Generation 4 of My Little Pony has been so popular is the Brony fandom. And one of the reasons why it's become such a popular fandom, not just because of the show, but because of the music, the art, and even the animations that some of these people have been making. And, you know, the Buttons Adventures, that was really, really good. Like, you've got to wonder now, because this is quite worrying, because every single other animator now is wondering, oh god, could I be next? You know, you've also got the guy who makes, you know, Flufflepuff Adventures. He has Chrysalis, and technically she's owned by Hasbro. So they could be next, technically. And it's just so stupid, because you're just like, Hasbro, what are you doing? Hire these people and get them to make content for you. You know, this is what I'm talking about when we're talking these dinosaur companies do not understand the internet and the impact that it has. Because, again, as I've said, one of the reasons why the Brony fandom, not only is it so popular, but the reason why it stayed so strong, because, like many other people, I thought, oh, it's going to be a fad, it'll fade away in time. But, ironically, it hasn't. It went from literally strength to strength. And, you know, it still doesn't show any signs of slowing or stopping. So, it's just one of those things, and it confuses the hell out of me. You know, Hasbro, what are you doing? Hire these people. You know, and not only that, but there's a market, and they're completely missing it, for, as I've said before, for a older audience centric animated programs, and there are some out there. But, you know, these people on the internet are making them. You know, if you want to go, again, another good series to watch is Ruby by Rooster Teeth. And I wasn't thinking much to that when I first heard about it, but the more I saw it and watched it, I thought, hey, this is actually quite good. So, again, it boggles the mind. Some of these, you know, because if I was Hasbro and I saw that, I'd be like, okay, we need to hire these people before someone else does, and that talent goes to someone else. Because that's essentially what they've almost done, is they've denied someone's, you know, creative talent. And it's so depressing that, you know, something like that could happen. But, you know, I completely stand behind them in what they've done, because they are completely in the right. That's the annoying thing. It's Hasbro's in the wrong here, but they are completely in the right. They've got, you know, it's parody, and, you know, eventually they made it themselves. They almost own the creative thing. The only thing they don't own is actually the style. And that's where I believe they've actually got them. You know, you see some of these Brony fan animations, and some of them are absolutely brilliant. Again, you know, JC Animations and, you know, Flufflepuff Mix, their animations are pro quality. And I'm just like, you know, why aren't you hiring these people, Hasbro, to make, you know, content for you? It would make so much sense. But they don't, because, again, a lot of the big multinational corporations don't understand the internet. And it's going to take, I'd say, at least maybe another 10 years before the people that know how the internet works and can actually use it to actually be able to get into a position of power to actually, you know, be able to hire people like, you know, JC Studios. But it would have been fascinating if Hasbro had actually done that, because imagine Hasbro, say, commissioned them to make, as they were making, Buttons Adventures. That would have been huge. Huge. And again, it's such a wasted opportunity by Hasbro, and such a dumb move on their part. But, anyway. Bro Huff.